this is the look that I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to be taking you through everything from right after I've moisturized my skin all the way till this, the final finished product. Keep watching if you want to see it. Today I'm going to do my makeup for a I don't work today, sort of just a basic everyday look. Even when I'm not going out, I usually do prime my face with this. It's the Pore-fessional primer by Benefit, and I really like that one because it's really creamy. I've already moisturized and cleansed my face also. It says it's a pore minimizing primer, but it tends to like even out all kinds of skin imperfections. So if I have like a rough texture on my skin, or if I have a really bad breakout, or even like these my fever blisters that come up once in a while, then I'll just put it over top of the uneven skin, and it makes application of any foundation or concealer on top of that much easier, cleaner, and it doesn't grab onto the dry skin. What I go in with next is it's correction, color correction. So it's NYX, and it's green, so it's the green concealer. And that one, as you can see, I use every day. That one I just dip my ring finger in and then put it anywhere where I have redness, and then it helps to cancel out the red. I do like to go and sort of blend it out, so I have my damp beauty blender and I just go over all of it. It kind of uncovers stuff that's been covered up, but it also blends it a lot better, so when I go in with concealer it's completely covered up. I go in next with the, it's called the medium concealer, so it's got a bit of an orangey hue to it, but orange helps cancel out darkness, so I put that under my eyes, and it's more orange than my skin, but it doesn't show up under a light coat of foundation. I also conceal on top of my eyelids because I have a lot of veins on my eyelids that are visible, and I don't like that, so that's why we have makeup. That I do go in with my foundation, and I'm torn today because I don't know what kind of color I'm at. I have my Clinique super balanced makeup in the shade 02 Fair, and I have my Makeup Forever HD foundation 30. That's the number that shows up on it. Use it, and then I just mix the two of those together to make sort of a better shade. And then put it all over my face. So when I'm kind of satisfied with how much I've blended it out, I go in with a concealer to just fix up what's left, basically. Tube for the Glamoflauge. Thank you, Julia, for that recommendation, by the way. I figured out how to use it, so now I don't have the issues anymore. It's a very heavy concealer, and I thought since it was in such a big tube, you could use a good amount, but if you use any more than that for your entire face, you'll get creasy and it holds on to the dry patches a lot. I rub it out so it's in a thin layer on my hand, and then I just take a tiny little bit, like, did you see how much that spread out? Take a tiny little bit of it, and I just do one dab wherever I want it. So for me that's under my eyes, I'll do 2. Over my eye I'll do 1. And then there. So that's it, and I can't, like, all this extra goes to waste. I haven't figured out a way to use less because it's so thick. And that's it for my actual foundation. routine for the day. For my powder right now, I've been using the Revlon Photo Ready powder, and I like it. I mean, nothing special about it. It doesn't like change my life, but it sets my foundation. That's what its job is, so it does its job. That I go around the pan 1 or 2 times, tap it off, and then just sort of brush over my whole face. Go in like that. I get my Kat Von D Monarch Palette, and and I use the yellow powder inside. I really like it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be an eyeshadow, but it works for setting under my eye and making it brighter really well. So I'll just take like a fluffy eyeshadow brush and just pat too much of it under my eyes. And I guess it's like doing baking, I guess, but it's not like the full thing. It's just for right under my eyes. Since I have those dark circles, setting with a bright yellow powder helps. I'm going to go in with my NYC Smoothing Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Shany. It's just a drugstore bronzer, but I like it. I mean, it's not too orange. It's kind of like it's like a terracotta sort of color. I like it. And with that, I use my angled brush and just go along the sides of my face, following the sort of natural contour of my face, whatever. And I know this is not natural, but I call it a more natural look because it's not like a sharp, harsh contour. Blend it up. Then I go in with my Tartelette palette. It's an Amazonian clay matte palette. I don't know, I just really like it. And I know this sounds crazy, but I use this sort of gray neutral brown eyeshadow, and I put it in my contour, and it looks good. So that's what I do with it. And I use a soft, fluffy brush for that. And just the yellow Kat Von D powder, I go back in with that brush, which only has been used for blending up till now, and then I put the yellow powder on the brush, and I put too much of it again, and then I take a smaller angled brush, not really small, it's still pretty fluffy, with that gray brown shadow, and I just take it down the sides of my nose. Take my favorite brush, which is just what even brush is this? Kit crease shadow brush. I don't even know. It's really fluffy and it's awesome, and I got it at Shoppers Drug Mart. In that Tartelette palette, that one, it's called Force of Nature up at the top. I get my brush nice and, I don't know, covered with it, I guess, and then I go on top of my lid. A small angled brush, and I take the lightest yellowy color and I mix it with the lightest pinky color. You know, I'm very like high maintenance with mixing. And they're called Free Spirit and Caregiver, and I just blend those on top of it. I'm not a makeup artist, so I don't have like an actual order. I just sort of go with what I think at the time. And with this orange brownish Wanderer. I'm going to take a little bit of a darker color. Are we going to go purple or are we going to go brown? Let's go purple. So Best Friend is what it's called. It's like, it's very deep purple color. I really like it though. And that I'm just going to do on the edges and blend up into my crease, but I'm not actually going to bring it onto the lid very much. Now that that's done, I go back in with a really fluffy brush and clean up under my eyes. The great thing about putting all that extra powder is if you use a dark shadow and it falls onto your face, when you wipe it away with the yellowy or white or whatever powder underneath, it wipes away without leaving any marks. An angled brush. Still using my Tarte palette because I pretty much use it every day for everything because it's perfect. How is this? There's nothing better. The only one that I think could be better is the In Bloom one. I haven't gotten it yet because it's not at Sephora. They still only had it on Tarte on the website. But really, it has a full range of brownish, mattes, purplish, and then cool tone and warm tone. It's got everything you need, and a black. It's got a black and a white. It's got everything you need. So now I'm going to go back in with that gray color I was using for contouring and contouring my nose before, and I'm going to put that under my eyelid, my lash line, underneath my lash line. With a, I think it's like a dome, I don't even know the names of anything. It's a dome crease blending? I don't know. It's a brush. It works here. Maybe it's a pencil brush. Who knows? If I figure it out, I'll let you know. Ta-da! I'm gonna go in with a blush. This blush palette I've had for a really long time, and I use the orangey one, or yeah, it's orangey, most often because I just think it looks really natural on my very pale skin. And then because I am not a professional yet and I'm not good at applying anything well, I use a translucent powder right after, just to blend it. For the faces that I go in with Mary Luminizer illuminating powder, and there's been a tragedy. I basically ruined it because I dropped it on the floor too many times. But what I do to apply it, where are you, highlighting brush? I use a small stippling brush. That way I don't get too heavy-handed with it because and I just dab it above my cheekbones. I'm using the Tarte palette for my brows. Oops, I have a tight little, let's see if you can get a better look, tight little angled brush there, and again I'm using that power player is what this eyeshadow is called. I use it for everything. So I do usually use it for my brows because it's really close in color to them. Yet again, another clean angled brush that I've got. I'm gonna go in with just a tiny bit of my foundation, like literally like a tiny bit. Get that on the brush, and then for the eyeliner. Right now I'm using an Almay brown eyeliner. It's Almay eyeliner. It comes with a sharpener. That's awesome. Anyways, it's just one of those moving eyeliners. Lash Domination Volumizing Mascara in Intense Black. That's what it looks like. And that's it. So this is my regular makeup look for on a day-to-day basis. This is what I tend to use and wear. I'm filming more though so that I can see the progression of my makeup, so I can show my little sister Julia, hi Jules, my different makeup looks and sort of what I do, because she usually does ask when I change something up how I did it. So have a good day. Bye!